It's time for high school softball on KDAO. Tonight's game is brought to you by Hardin County Savings Bank, Central Iowa Broadband, an affiliate of Colo Telephone, GNB Bank, Marshalltown Community College, D&B Agro Systems, Exchange State Bank. Now, high school softball on KDAO.
Good evening and welcome to Collins as we get set for Iowa Star softball. It'll be Collins Maxwell hosting BCLUW. BCLUW coming in at 8-8, 8-4 in conference play. Their head coach Megan Yantis. Collins Maxwell 13-5 and 12-2 in conference play. Let's get right to the starting lineups first for BCLUW. Layla Wedgwood will lead off and catch. Eden Lottiehoff is the pitcher batting second. Braylee Gardner will play third base and hit third. Willow Collins is the shortstop hitting fourth. Addie Zosky will play center field and bat fifth. Brooke Ward is the second baseman hitting sixth. Rain Sereno is the first baseman batting seventh. Mesa Stover will play right field and hit eighth. And Malaya Wallace is the designated player batting ninth. The flex player will be Carolina White, and she will be in left field. For Collins Maxwell.
Batting first, playing center field, Cypress Erickson.
Cypress Erickson will lead off and play center field. Haley Merriman is the shortstop hitting second. Jaden Peters will pitch and bat third. Callahan Kofeld is the third baseman hitting fourth. Bristol Quarter will play right field and hit fifth. Devin Mitchell is the designated player. Ariana Griner is the second baseman hitting seventh. Ava Pascarella will play left field and hit eighth. And Kaylee Atwood is the catcher batting ninth. Addie Kane is the first baseman and flex player, although in the previous couple of games we've seen for Collins Maxwell, Kane did bat in place of Devin Mitchell. So we'll see what happens here tonight. Collins Maxwell won the first meeting in Conrad 4-0 as they scored runs late in that game. Jaden Peters allowed just one hit and struck out four. Lottiehoff went 7 innings, allowed 6 hits and 4 runs. She struck out 10. But this is a great pitching matchup here tonight. We will tell you more about it after the national anthem. We'll step away and come back with the opening pitch from Collins. It's Iowa Star softball on Radio On the Go Sports.
At Hardin County Savings Bank, we have school spirit. Mascots are full of school spirit, and they're helping us give back to local schools. With every HCSB debit card swipe, you're helping fund school events and activities. Register today for HCSB Cash for schools programs and join us in making a difference. At Hardin County Savings Bank, we have school spirit.
Colo Telephone Company and Central Iowa Broadband are now Colo-Tel Fiber. For more than 100 years, they have provided reliable local service. Colo-Tel Fiber continues to deliver the internet speed you need for streaming, working, learning, and staying connected. Serving Colo, Collins, Nevada, and Ames with dependable telephone options and exceptional customer service. Colo-Tel Fiber, a proud supporter of area athletics.
Navigating mortgages can be very complex. Start your journey with the lending team at GNB Bank. We're committed to getting you to your next home. We offer both fixed rate and adjustable rate mortgages to fit your specific needs. Our experienced lenders help guide you through the process. You can make payments or receive customer service at your local GNB Bank office. Whatever your dream home looks like, we'll point you in the right direction at GNB Bank.
It's another beautiful night for high school softball. Andy Jennings with you on Radio On the Go Sports as we get set for this one. BCLUW and Collins Maxwell, always an important game when it comes to the Iowa Stars South Conference. Not quite as important this year for like conference title purposes, as Collins Maxwell pretty much in firm hand of that after winning last night at North Tama 4-3. But expect this one to be a close one. They did bring out the softball brackets earlier today. I've not had a chance to look at them yet, but I believe these two teams are in the same bracket, so they could meet again come tournament time. As we get set for this one, looking around the outfield for Collins Maxwell, Pasquarello's in left, Erickson in center, Quarter in right, Kofeld at third, Merriman at short, Griner is at second, Kane at first, and Atwood is behind the plate. In the circle for Collins Maxwell is Jaden Peters. Peters has a record of 11-4, 73 innings, 57 hits, 36 runs, 78 strikeouts, just 18 walks. It'll be Layla Wedgwood, Eden Lottiehoff, and Braylee Gardner in the first inning for BCLUW. With the early start again tonight here in Collins. And the baseball teams are not playing tonight. They're playing tomorrow night. So it's interesting. So it'll be Wedgwood to lead things off. The senior comes in batting .286. When you get in a game like this versus a team where you think you're probably going to have to really manufacture runs, if you can score early, you can put a little pressure on the opposing team. But really for both these teams, because they both have really good pitchers. Peter's first delivery is a strike. 0-1 count. As Wedgwood standing in, the senior catcher has have 14 hits and 3 doubles. And she drives this one down the left field line foul. And the count quickly, no balls, 2 strikes. It's a perfect night for high school softball. Really, we've been fairly lucky. I mean, I think our luck's going to change a bit next week when it comes to the heat. So it looks like it's going to be pretty brutal, but to get all the way through the month of June almost without getting a lot of that high heat, high humidity, not bad. We'll see how weather is come tournament time. Here's the pitch, and that misses away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wedgwood has only struck out 5 times this year. Lottiehoff is on deck. And the 1-2 is a bouncing ball towards third. It'll be a foul ball. And we'll have another pitch coming up. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wedgwood digs back into the box. And the 1-2 is chopped out in front of the plate. Atwood gets to it quickly, throws to first, and out. Nice play by Kaylee Atwood for the first out. And there's 1 down. And now here's Eden Lottiehoff. Eden just a sophomore. Now her average is at .583, but she's only got 36 at-bats. She also plays travel balls, so misses some of the BCLUW games. But when they have her, she's one of the best players on the team, or not one of the best players, is the best player on the team. And she's also had a home run, 7 runs batted in, 5 doubles, 1 triple. She hits this one hard to first, gets under the glove of Kane and into right field. And that's going to be an error and a 1-out base runner. Just went right between the legs of Addie Kane. And that will bring up Braylee Gardner. And we might have a courtesy runner here for the pitcher. And we do, although her hair is blocking the back of her jersey numbers, so I can't see who it is. We'll see if we get a better look. But the hair right over the number. There's just no way to see it. And 1 out with a runner on first base. Here's Gardner. And we'll just say there's a runner at first. Not sure who it is. Here's the pitch. Gardner shows bunt and bunts it back and foul. No balls and a strike. So an 0-1 count. See if Gardner's bunting again here. She is. Bunts it towards third. Fielded by Kofelt. Throw to first to get the out. And the runner is number 4, Cammie Ward. So 5-3 on the sacrifice. Runner goes down to second, but now you got 2 outs.
Up next for the comments, number 30, Willow Collins.
And here's Willow Collins. Chance to give BCLUW an early lead with a base hit here. Here's the pitch from Peters, and it's fouled back. No balls and a strike. So Ward out at second base. Collins on the year. Batting .286. She's knocked in 11. BCLUW's got who they want up there in this situation. The 0-1 rips it through the left side for a base hit, and now it's bobbled by Pasquarello. Runner's going to try to score. The throw to the plate is late, and BCLUW leads it 1-0. An RBI single by Collins. I think if Pasquarello fields that cleanly, the runner probably doesn't try to score there.
That's number 21.
But instead, there was a slight bobble in left field, and now here's Addie Zoski with BCLUW grabbing a 1-0 lead. Zoski hits it hard off the glove of Merriman, bobbled and couldn't hold it. That was a hard shot, but Merriman got 2 gloves on it and couldn't hold on to it. That'll be an error. Second error of the inning. And really almost the third error of the inning. If you count the play on Pasquarello, which allowed the run to score. So runners on first and third. Here's Brooke Ward. Ward at 167. Shows bunt. Runner goes. And Zoski will make it down to second base. So runners on second and third. A 1-0 count on Ward. There are 2 outs. So you wouldn't think she'd be bunting. Was probably just showing to let the runner go to the second. And that misses up. 2 balls and no strikes. So a 2-0 count. So 2 balls, no strikes as Ward digs back in. Has this just 6 hits and 1 run batted in on the season. Bounces this one back to Peters. She'll underhand it to Kane at first and out of the jam. But BCLUW does get 1 run on 1 hit, 2 errors, and 2 left on. We'll head to the bottom of the first. BCLUW on top, 1-0. This is Radio on the Go Sports.
You've got goals. You need a plan. Don't waste time or money. At Marshalltown Community College, you get the power to choose. Transfer to a 4-year university or step straight into a career in healthcare or trades. Small classes, caring faculty, real-world experience. Marshalltown Community College. Your future starts now.
Bottom of the first inning, BCLUW leading 1-0. Looking around the outfield for the Comets. White is in left, Zoski in center, Stover in right. Gardner at third, Collins at short, Ward at second, Sereno at first, and Wedgwood is behind the plate. In the circle, Eden Lotiehoff. And Lotiehoff has had quite an impressive season. She's only got a 4-3 record, 51 innings, 28 hits, 16 runs, 94 strikeouts, just 5 walks. So in just 9 games pitched, she has 94 strikeouts. That's very impressive. I know she's had some 20 strikeout performances, and this is going to be a pitcher that obviously Maxwell will have to deal with a tough pitcher here tonight. But BCLUW gets a run in the first. Talking to Coach Hogue after the Kolonesko game, he was kind of excited to see how his team performed against some of the faster throwing pitchers. Well, there's been years where teams in the Iowa Star Conference didn't have a lot of great hard throwing pitchers. But this year there's quite a few. I mean, you got Peters, you got Lottie Hoff, you got GMG's pitcher as well. That's really good. So Erickson will lead it off. She kind of is the player that gets everything going for Collins Maxwell as she takes down and away a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. It's only the second time that I've seen Lottie Hoff pitch. She pitched against East Marshall last year in a game late in the season. Here's the 1-0, and the fastball off the outside corner of ball. 2 balls and no strikes. So Erickson ahead 2-0. She's batting .571, 32 hits. And she takes a strike. 2 balls and a strike. So the count at 2-1. We're in the bottom of the first inning. BCLUW leading 1-0. The 2-1 delivery, bounce towards third, knocked down by Gardner. Throw to first is in time to get the out. So a good play by Gardner at third base as she was playing in. Now here's Haley Merriman. Merriman, the senior shortstop, adding .447. 1 double, 17 runs batted in. As Lottie Hoff delivers, and Merriman takes a strike. No balls and a strike. 1 count on Merriman, also having a big season, hitting .447. Shows bunt, pulls it back, strike 2. Counted no balls, 2 strikes. 0-2 count. Still showing bunt. And takes away a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 count on Merriman. 1 down, bottom of the first inning. Iowa Star softball. Merriman swings and misses for strike 3 as that pitch was elevated just a bit. And 2 quick outs for Lottie Hoff in the first inning. And now here's Jaden Peters. She's batting .404. Leading Collins Maxwell with 24 runs batted in, but up there this time with nobody on. And a big swing and a miss. No balls and a strike. 0-1 count on Peters. Lottie Hoff looking for a 1-2-3 first. Her team gave her the lead. Here's the 0-1. Peters takes inside a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. As the umpire, I don't know if Coach Hogue thought that might have hit her. I'm not sure. Or he called 0-2. Or no. Well, no, he must have called that a strike. Okay, well, that must have been what Coach Hogue was arguing. So strike 3 called. Second strikeout in a row for Lottie Hoff. And a 1-2-3 first for BCLUW. We'll head to the second. It's 1-0 Comets. This is Radio on the Go Sports.
For your commercial or agricultural projects, trust D&B Agro-Systems of Hubbard. D&B Agro-Systems is a turnkey operation for commercial and on-the-farm solutions. At D&B, they offer grain storage, handling, and dry systems for all sizes of operation. For more than 40 years, D&B has built a name of consistently delivering quality products and prompt, reliable service at competitive prices. For complete details on what D&B Agro-Systems of Hubbard can do for your operation, visit dnbsystems.com.
Top of the second inning, BCLUW leading Collins Maxwell 1-0. Andy Jennings with you. Comets will have their 7, 8, and 9 batters. Be Rain Sereno, Mesa Stover,
The Commons,
and
13, Rain Sereno.
Malaya Wallace. As Peters ready to deliver the first pitch of the second inning. And that misses up and away a ball. Both these teams have played a lot this week. A 1-0 count. And the pitch from Peters. A strike on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the break-even pitch. That's down, 2-1. 2 balls and a strike. In the top of the second inning. The 2-1 is a little low. Count at 3-1. And Sereno just a 146 hitter. And she takes ball 4. So Peters walks Sereno, and that'll bring in Stover.
Up next for the Commons, number 15, Mesa Stover.
Mesa Stover will stand in. And Collins Maxwell expecting a bunt here as Kofeld moves in. Stover does have just 2 hits on the season. She is bunting, bunts it out in front of the plate. Kofeld gets to it, throws to first for the out, but the sacrifice is successful. 5-3 on the out at first base. Advancing to second is Sereno.
Brings on number 12, Mila Wallace.
And now here's something like Malaya Wallace. Or Malaya Wallace. And there's a strike. The count 0-1. So Malaya Wallace at the plate. The designated player with a runner on second base. BCLUW leading 1-0. Pitch high and away ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. A 1-1 count. Break-even pitch is a strike. Count of 1 ball, 2 strikes. A 1-2 count on Wallace. A 1-2 pitch and struck her out swinging. So a big second out for Peters, first strikeout for Peters. And that will bring in Layla Wedgwood with 2 outs and a runner on second. Wedgwood grounded out in front of home plate to the catcher. Here's the pitch from Peters, and a bit high and away a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. So a 1-0 count. So we're in the top of the second. And a strike to Wedgwood. No balls and a strike. 1-1 count. Or 1-1 count. Here's a shot up the middle. That's going to get into center field. Erickson gets to it quickly. Throw coming in is cut off by Kane. And a single for Wedgwood. And the second hit for BCLUW. Sereno can't score. Runners at the corners with 2 outs for Lottiehoff as she can deliver for BCLUW. Even with 7 runs batted in. Two outs, runners at the corners. And the ball is popped up. Merriman's got it, and that will retire the side. So Lottiehoff pops up to short. And Peters able to get out of it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 more left on. BCLUW is left on 4 through the first 2 innings. They have 2 hits and the 1 run. We'll head to the bottom of the second. It's 1-0 Comets.
Exchange State Bank in Collins, Ames, and Exira allows you to bank in person, by telephone, and online. Download the Exchange Bank app for your smartphone and enjoy total banking convenience. Exchange State Bank strives to provide you with the best banking experience possible from a friendly and experienced staff that is educated to meet your banking needs. That's Exchange State Bank in Collins, Ames, and Exira. Exchange State Bank, a full-service, locally owned community bank.
4, 5, and 6 for Collins Maxwell in the bottom of the second. It'll be Callahan, Kofeld, Bristol Quarter, and then likely Addie Kane. And Lottiehoff back to work. She struck out 2 in the first and then got the other Erickson on a ground ball to third. Here's Kofeld to start the second inning. She's been one of the most consistent hitters for Collins Maxwell. Batting .370, 5 doubles, 1 home run, 16 driven in. Good things normally happen when she's at the plate. As Lottiehoff delivers, and it's popped up center field. It'll be Zoski over to make the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. So Kofeld pops out to center. And now here's Bristol Quarter.
Bristol Quarter.
It's Quarter, an 8th grader, batting .295. As Lottiehoff has retired the first 4. Popped up again. This time Lottiehoff will take it herself just to the right of the circle. And 2 quick outs on 2 pitches. And that'll bring in Addie Kane. There's 2 quick outs on 2 pitches in the second inning. Kane standing in. And a strike on the outside corner. Good looking fastball for Lottiehoff. The count at 0-1. Down in the dirt. Kicks away, but nobody on, so it doesn't really matter. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kane batting .262. Let's have 1 double, which takes away a ball. 2 balls and a strike. Kane with 11 hits coming in. And she fouls it straight back. Counted 2 balls and 2 strikes. A 2-2 count. The 2-2 pitch is just low. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So the count is full. Here's the payoff, and struck her out swinging. 1-2-3 inning for Lottiehoff. She's retired the first 6. 3 strikeouts. Collins Maxwell once again goes in order. We'll head to the third. It's 1-0 BCLUW. This is Radio on the Go Sports.
At Hardin County Savings Bank, we have school spirit. Mascots are full of school spirit, and they're helping us give back to local schools. With every HCSB debit card swipe, you're helping fund school events and activities. Register today for HCSB Cash for schools programs and join us in making a difference. At Hardin County Savings Bank, we have school spirit.
BCLUW will have 3, 4, and 5 coming up in the third inning. Braylee Gardner, Willow Collins, and Addie Zoski.
Number 10, Braylee Gardner.
Gardner grounded to third her first time on a sacrifice bunt. Now she'll get a chance to swing away with nobody on base. BCLUW has executed well in the sacrifice bunts. As Peters delivers, Gardner grounds it towards Merriman. She's got it, throw to first in time, and 1 pitch, 1 out. So 1 down, that'll bring in Willow Collins.
Next, number 30, Willow Collins.
Collins, an 8th grader. 286 hitter, 3 doubles, 11 runs batted in. She's got 12 hits. The shortstop for the Comets. As she takes down a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Count of 1 ball, 1 strike. The break-even pitch. Grounded to second. Fielded by Griner. Throw to first in time, and 2 down. 2 quick outs in the third. And that will bring in Addie Zoski.
Up next, number 21, Addie Zoski.
She reached on an error her first time. Lined it right into the glove of Merriman, but then it popped out. Then she had a second chance at it, but couldn't come up with it. So 2 outs. Zoski pops it back behind the plate, but a little bit too hard for Atwood to find that one. That was just a little kind of flare backwards. Really no chance. There was not much height on it. No balls and a strike. As Peters delivers the 0-1. It's a shot the other way, knocked down by Kofelt, and she won't have a play. Well, that'll be an infield hit for Zoski.
Up next for the Comets, number 3, Brooke.
And already the 3rd hit for BCLUW. They had just 1 hit against Collins Maxwell the first time these two met. And here's Brooke Ward. She bunted her first time as she swings and misses for strike 1. Actually, she didn't bunt. She just bounced back to the pitcher. It's the one where Peters was able to get out of it with runners on second and third in the first inning. 0-1 count with 2 outs. Zoski is running, bunt out in front of the plate. Kofelt throws it down the line. The right fielder backing up his quarter. Throw goes to second, the tag, and she's out. As Ward is tagged out trying to go to second base on the throw by quarter. So it'll be an E5. And then a out at second base, 9-4 to retire the side. So BCLUW, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left on. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Comets still in front, 1-0. This is Radio on the Go Sports. Colo Telephone Company and Central Iowa Broadband are now Colotel Fiber. For more than 100 years, they have provided reliable local service. Colotel Fiber continues to deliver the internet speed you need for streaming, working, learning, and staying connected. Serving Colo, Collins, Nevada, and Ames with dependable telephone options and exceptional customer service. Colotel Fiber, a proud supporter of area athletics. 7, 8, and 9 for Collins Maxwell in the bottom of the third, trailing 1-0. As Eden Lottehoff has struck out 3. Now 1 ground ball, Erickson to third, and then 2 pop-ups. Kofelt to center, and quarter right back to her. Here's Ariana Griner. Griner will stand in, or Adriana Griner. Adriana Griner standing in. a 311 batter on the season. Collins Maxwell, if they can't get something going in this third inning. Lottie Hoff delivers a strike on the inside corner. She has pinpoint accuracy here tonight. And just rolling right through this Collins Maxwell lineup. Now it's a shot to left center field. That's going to get down for a hit. First hit of the game for Collins Maxwell. Good job by Zoski to get it back in, but Greiner with a leadoff single in the third. Now here's Ava Pasquarello.
Up next for the Spartans, number 8, Ava Pasquarello.
The first time these two teams played, Collins Maxwell did take advantage of the running game, as they wound up with 10 stolen bases. The pitch misses for a ball to Pasquarello. Yeah, they had 10 stolen bases in the first game. So expect them maybe to try a steal here. Reiner at first base. Not going. Bunt is popped up. Diving catch made. And no throw to first, but a great play by Wedgwood. Well, Wedgwood able to make the diving catch on the sacrifice bunt attempt by Pasquarello.
Number 2, Kaylee Atwood.
And now here's Kaylee Atwood. She's been banged up a lot of the year. Has not had a ton of at-bats, just 22 at-bats. Hitting 182. She's bunting as well. Bunts this one. It's going to be knocked down by Gardner, but it's going to be a hit. So a bunt single for Atwood. That'll put runners on first and second. That almost got by Gardner. Now a courtesy runner.
With number 9, Michelle Shoemaker.
It'll be Michelle Shoemaker.
Cypress Erickson.
So Shoemaker will run for Atwood. And now back to the top of the order. As Collins Maxwell can tie it up. Just one out. Runners on first and second. And Cochientis going to the circle. In the bottom of the third inning, BCLUW leading 1-0. Reiner only 4 out of 4 on stolen bases. Shoemaker is 10 of 11, but she's got Greiner in front of her. So they'd have to pull off a double steal, and it's a little easier to steal second base versus third base. So one out. Long discussion here. As Erickson grounded to third her first time. Cypress has knocked in 10 on the season. The senior center fielder leads Collins Maxwell by far in hits. She's got 32 hits. Next on the team is Peters with the 19. Looking to deliver a hit right here. Here's the pitch. A strike with a fastball right down the middle. Counted 0-1. Big situation early in this game. Only the third inning. Collins Maxwell getting their first 2 hits this inning. Solid single and a bunt single. And Erickson swings and misses for strike 2. So the count of no balls, 2 strikes. So an 0-2 count on Erickson. Lottie Hoff looking for her 4th strikeout. The 0-2 pitch is popped back, and that's going to get out of play foul. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Reiner at second, Shoemaker at first. 1-0 BCLUW, bottom of the third inning here in Collins. The 0-2 is fouled back. For a second there, I thought that was coming to me, but the top of the fence just knocked it down. Thankfully for that top of the fence. So no ball, 2 strike count. The 0-2 is popped up on the infield, but coming in, and it's going to drop. And it will roll foul, as it did not touch the glove of the first baseman, Sereno. It almost did, though. That was very close as she kind of reached out. But I don't believe it did touch her glove. So new life for Erickson. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, struck her out. 4 strikeouts for Lottie Hoff and a big second out. Here's Haley Merriman. Merriman struck out swinging her first time. So now 2 outs, runners on first and second. Merriman stands in. Here's the pitch, shows bunt, it's high, runners go about halfway, and Shoemaker went more than halfway. Now they got the runner in a rundown, throw to second, and she's out. And Coach Hogue wondering what Reiner was doing there. And she's caught and picked off. That'll be a 2-4. And the side retired. We'll head to the fourth. 1-0, BCLUW. This is Radio on the Go Sports.
Navigating mortgages can be very complex. Start your journey with the lending team at GNB Bank. We're committed to getting you to your next home. We offer both fixed rate and adjustable rate mortgages to fit your specific needs. Our experienced lenders help guide you through the process. You can make payments or receive customer service at your local GMB Bank office. Whatever your dream home looks like, we'll point you in the right direction at GNB Bank.
For your commercial or agricultural projects, trust D&B Agrosystems of Hubbard. D&B Agrosystems is a turnkey operation for commercial and on-the-farm solutions. At D&B, they offer grain storage, handling, and dry systems for all sizes of operation. For more than 40 years, D&B has built a name of consistently delivering quality products and prompt, reliable service at competitive prices. For complete details on what D&B Agrosystems of Hubbard can do for your operation, visit dnbsystems.com.
Top of the fourth inning here in Collins. 1-0 BCLUW as Peters misses away to Sereno. Sereno walked the first time. Coming in batting just 146, but now she's got 8 walks. She's a very patient hitter. And Peters behind her again, 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. In the top of the fourth inning, BCLUW leading 1-0. And foul tipped at the plate. Count 2 balls and a strike. A 2-1 count. The 2-1 pitch from Peters. That's low, 3-1. So again, she's behind Sereno at 3-1. The 3-1 pitch, a swing and a miss, strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Sereno just 6 hits this year. And the 3-2 pitch is ball 4. So she walked her again. So the second walk of Sereno. And that will bring in Mesa Stover. So Stover will stand in, and now with nobody out, you got to expect a bunt here. And there it is. Pulls it back for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Collins Maxwell play Kofeld in at third. Kane going to play about halfway in, but not as far in as Kofeld. And a swing and a miss on the bunt attempt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner on first base, nobody out. 1-1 pitch. Bunted out in front of the plate. It'll be Kofeld to get it. Throws to first for the out. And the sacrifice successful for Stover. 5-3 on the out at first. And here's Malaya Wallace. She struck out swinging her first time. The only strikeout for Peters. And the ball low. 1 ball, no strikes. A 1-0 count. And there's one right down the middle for a strike. Count of 1 ball, 1 strike. A 1-1 count. Break even pitch is hit the other way, and Kyle over there at first base. And a little bit excited over there. He kind of danced a little bit. So it counts 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch, and struck her out looking. This umpire doesn't really have that big punch out you see from a lot of umpires. He just kind of like, strike 3, you're out. So 2 down, but back to the top of the order with Wedgwood. She singled into center last time. BCLUW with 3 hits. Ground ball to short. Merriman's got it. Throw to first, and that will retire the side. So Merriman takes care of Wedgwood. We've played 3.5 here in Collins. It's 1-0 BCLUW.
Exchange State Bank in Collins, Ames, and Exira allows you to bank in person, by telephone, and online. Download the Exchange Bank app for your smartphone and enjoy total banking convenience. Exchange State Bank strives to provide you with the best banking experience possible from a friendly and experienced staff that is educated to meet your banking needs. That's Exchange State Bank in Collins, Ames, and Exira. Exchange State Bank, a full-service, locally owned community bank.
Collins Maxwell have their 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the bottom of the 4th. Still trailing 1-0. Remember, Haley Merriman was up when Greiner was picked off second base. As she started to go and then slammed on the brakes. Then when she went back to go to second, Shoemaker was already at second. And then she slowly went back, and Wedgwood just kind of came out slowly. Kind of almost lulled her to sleep a little bit the way she did it. She kind of jogged at her and then fired a strike to second base, and I think it was Ward who was standing on the bag who slapped the tag on Greiner, and that retired the side and ended the threat for Collins Maxwell in the 3rd. Ladioff has allowed just 2 hits, a single to Greiner, then the bunt single to Atwood. And this is the 2nd time through the order. She struck out Merriman the first time, so it'll be Merriman, Peters, and Kofeld.
Leading off the Spartans, number 4, Haley Merriman.
As Merriman will stand in. Here's the pitch. Merriman bunts it, and that one got a little closer to us. No balls and a strike. That bunt straight back. Hit just below us here in the press box. Here's the 0-1. Bunted again. This time right back to Ladioff. Easy play. Throw to first and 1 down. Tried the bunt for a hit, but not successful that time for Merriman. Now here's Jaden Peters. She'll stand in with 1 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss at the high fastball. And looking rise ball for Ladioff. Here's the 0-1. Strike 2 called. No balls, 2 strikes. Ladioff has been on her game here tonight. 0-2 pitch. Peters pops it up. That could be a tough play. Out into shallow center, and it's going to drop. As Ward kind of went after it tentatively with the right fielder Stover coming in.
Number 18, Callahan Kofeld.
And that'll drop for a hit for Peters. Now here's Kofeld.
Run for number 1, Peters. Is number 11, Michaela Peters.
Michaela Peters will run for Jaden. So a runner on first, 1 out. Here's Kofeld. She popped to center her first time. We'll see if Peters over at first base might think about doing some running. She's 9 out of 9 on stolen bases as Kofeld takes away a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 pitch, high, and it gets away. That'll send Peters down to second. Looks like maybe more of a pass ball than a wild pitch. Bounced off the glove of the catcher, Wedgwood. But a 2-0 count on Kofeld. She drives it in the air, deep center field, going back, still going to Zoski, can't get it. On her way to third is Peters. She'll be waved around, and the game is tied at 1 on an RBI double by Kofeld. And Kofeld hammered that one over the center fielder's head, and it's tied up at 1. When Zoski went back, initially I thought she had a beat on it, but then that ball was crushed. And Kofeld, the RBI double, ties the game at 1. Now fouled straight back by Quarter. So second hit of the inning. And 1 run. That'll be 17 runs batted in for Kofeld. 0-1 count on Quarter. She pops it up, and that's going to get out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. The double by Kofeld is her 6th of the season. Second on the team in that category. And it ties the game at 1 here in the 4th. 0-2 pitch. Change up. Just missed the outside corner. That was a pretty nasty pitch there. Ladyhoff couldn't quite keep it on that outside corner. Here's the 1-2. Lined up the middle. That's going to get into center field. Being waved around is Kofeld. The throw comes into second. That's an RBI single for Quarter. And Collins Maxwell grabs a 2-1 lead. Impressive hitting for Collins Maxwell in this inning. 3rd hit off of Ladyhoff. She'd allowed just 2 hits coming into this inning. And here's Addie Kane. She struck out swinging her first time. Good speed over at first base and Quarter. And there she goes. Throw down by Wedgwood. She's going to get into center field. Quarter's going to turn second, head for third. Bobbled by Zoski, and now she'll get it in. So a stolen base for Quarter. Goes to second on the air. Or goes to third on the air. And now a runner on third base with 1 out. And that was a ball to Kane. And Kane usually pretty good at pulling it to the right side. If she grounds it to second base, that'd probably be good enough. And she takes a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2-1, Collins Maxwell. A runner at third base as well. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And 1-2 count on Kane. 1 out with a runner on third. Ladyhoff looking for her 5th strikeout. And she got it. Elevated the fastball just a bit. 5 strikeouts for Lottie Hoff, 2 outs. That'll bring in Adriana Greiner.
Adriana Greiner.
She had a base hit her first time into center field. Nice solid single. And she delivered with 2 outs. She's swinging at the first pitch and fouling it straight back. Counted 0-1. Runner still down at third base is Quarter. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. On 0-2 count. Missing just away a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes in the 5th inning. BCLUW will have 2, 3, and 4 up. Lottie Hoff will lead it off. Here's the 1-2. It's popped back and foul and out of play. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch just missed. A little bit low on the inner half of the plate. 2 ball, 2 strike count on Greiner. 2 outs, runner on third. 2-2 pitch. Popped up on the infield. It'll be Wedgwood making the catch to retire the side. A good play by Wedgwood. Collins Maxwell gets 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and 1 left on. Collins Maxwell now with 5 hits. And BCLUW just the 1 error. They've left on 2. We'll head to the 5th. Collins Maxwell in front for the first time. This is Radio On the Go Sports.
You've got goals. You need a plan. Don't waste time or money. At Marshalltown Community College, you get the power to choose. Transfer to a 4-year university or step straight into a career in healthcare or trades. Small classes, caring faculty, real-world experience. Marshalltown Community College. Your future starts now.
At the end of 4 innings, Collins Maxwell leading BCLUW 2-1. As at the end of 2 innings, Fort Dodge leading the MHS softball team 14-0. Chuck will have the second game of that doubleheader, but tough matchup tonight for the Bobcats going against 4A number 3 Fort Dodge. So it'll be Lottie Hoff, Gardner, and Collins. And here's the pitch. Popped up. Shortstop Merriman coming in and squeezing it with 1 hand for the out. That's 2 straight times at the plate. Lottie Hoff has swung at the first pitch and popped straight up. Now here's Braley Gardner. Last time that Lottie Hoff went on the first pitch, and Gardner kind of swung at the first pitch her next at bat as well. And she takes down and away a ball. Top of the 5th inning, Collins Maxwell leading BCLUW 2-1. 1-0 count on Gardner. And that's in the dirt. 2 balls and no strikes. On the count 2-0. A 2-0 pitch, a swing and a miss. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 is a ground ball, third base line, foul. And count 2 balls, 2 strikes. A 2-2 count. Runner has a sack bunt. She's grounded to short. And now she has struck out. Peters gets just her third strikeout. And there's 2 down. That'll bring in Willow Collins.
Number 30, Willow Collins.
She had an RBI single in the first, grounded to second in the third. As Peters looking for a 1-2-3 fifth. This will be her first 1-2-3 inning if she can get it, but she will not as Collins slaps one back through the middle. So Willow's got her second hit. And that'll be the 4th hit for BCLUW. And now the tying run at first base. Here's Addie Zoski, but there are 2 outs. Peters delivers, and Zoski bounces it right back to her. She'll underhand it to Kane at first, and the side retired. BCLUW gets a hit, no runs, no errors, and another left on. They've left on 7. They do have 4 hits, but still just the 1 run. Collins Maxwell has made 3 errors. To the bottom of the 5th we go. It's 2-1. Collins Maxwell on top. This is Radio On the Go Sports.
At Hardin County Savings Bank, we have school spirit. Mascots are full of school spirit, and they're helping us give back to local schools. With every HCSB debit card swipe, you're helping fund school events and activities. Register today for HCSB Cash for schools programs and join us in making a difference. At Hardin County Savings Bank, we have school spirit.
8-9-1 for Collins Maxwell, Ava Pasquarello, Kaylee Atwood, and Cypress Erickson. Lonniehoff has done a really good job against the number 1 and 2 hitters for Collins Maxwell, Erickson and Merriman. They're both 0 for 2. Peters 1 for 2. And kind of after that, where things have gone a little bit awry, as Kofeld delivered an RBI double to tie the game in the 4th. And then Bristol Quarter had an RBI single. That was after Peters had the kind of bloop single that fell between second and right field. So here's Pasquarello. She popped out to the catcher first time. That was when she tried to bunt, and Wedgwood made a great diving catch. And count, no balls, and a strike. So no 1 count. As it's fisted foul. No balls, 2 strikes. We knew this would be a low-scoring pitchers-type duel. It's been just that. BCLUW only a run in the first. Collins Maxwell got 2 in the 4th as Pasquarello down on the rise ball. 6 strikeouts for Lottiehoff. And that'll bring in Kaylee Atwood. And Lottiehoff now with 100 strikeouts on the season. Came in with 94, so those 6 give her 100. Now here's Kaylee Atwood. She had a bunt single her first time and tried to pull it back and swing and came up empty. Wedgwood going to deliver the ball to Lottiehoff. No balls and a strike. No 1 count. The 0-1 pitch is strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. An 0-2 count on Atwood. On deck is Cypress Erickson. 0-2 pitch and struck her out looking. Atwood will run to first. Throw by Wedgwood is on target. 7 strikeouts for Lottiehoff, and back to the top of the order with Erickson.
Cypress Erickson.
Erickson is struck out swinging and grounded to third. Did not really do the running swing the last time she was up, and just stayed back on it and tried to just hit it normal. She is doing more of the running swing as she showed bunt, but takes a strike on the corner. Lonniehoff only has really the two mistakes, the one to Kofelt that she ripped for a double and quarter single, as the changeup stays high. 1 ball, 1 strike. So the count 1-1. Break even pitch is fouled off down the third base line. The count 1 ball, 2 strikes. So 1-2 count with 2 outs. Lonniehoff looking for a 1-2-3 fifth. And she got her. Erickson down on strikes. Lonniehoff punches out the side. She has struck out 8. We'll head to the 6th. Collins Maxwell in front 2-1. This is Radio on the Go Sports. Colo Telephone Company and Central Iowa Broadband are now Colo-Tel Fiber. For more than 100 years, they have provided reliable local service. Colo-Tel Fiber continues to deliver the internet speed you need for streaming, working, learning, and staying connected. Serving Colo, Collins, Nevada, and Ames with dependable telephone options and exceptional customer service. Colo-Tel Fiber, a proud supporter of area athletics. We're getting late here in Collins as just 6 more outs for BCLUW. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Collins Maxwell leading BCLUW 2-1. Andy Jennings with you. This has been a good one. Peters has allowed just 4 hits. She has struck out just 3. Lonniehoff has allowed 5 hits, but she has struck out 8. And the 3rd and 4th innings, kind of the innings that gave her fits. Collins Maxwell with 2 hits and 3 hits apiece in those innings, and Spartans scored 2 runs in that 4th inning to take the lead. Well, here's the pitch to Ward as missing down for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. So 1-0 count. Ward drives it the other way, right to Pasquarello for the out. So Ward hit it hard, but right into the glove of Ava Pasquarello in left. And 1 down. That'll bring in Rain Sereno. And 1 out. Sereno has walked twice. And takes down. For whatever reason, Peters just has not thrown strikes to Sereno. Here's a bouncing ball right back to her. She'll throw to first for the out, and 2 quick outs in the 6th. And that'll bring in Mesa Stover.
Next for the comments, number 15, Mesa Stover.
If Stover is able to get on, then he could have and you could kind of flip the lineup over with Wallace. If she can't get on, then you'll have 9-1 and 2 in the 7th. As Peters delivers, and it's a flare down the left field line foul. Stover has sacrifice bunted twice. Both times successful. Both times BCLUW wound up not scoring. 0-1 pitch, a foul tip. And the count, no balls, 2 strikes. So an 0-2 count with 2 outs. The umpire checking on Stover. I might have caught her. And the count 0-2. Pitch from Peters. Strike 3 called. Fourth strikeout for Peters. We'll head to the bottom of the sixth. A 1-2-3 sixth for Jaden Peters. That's the first 1-2-3 inning by Peters tonight. 2-1, Collins Maxwell holding on to a one-run lead. This is Radio On The Go Sports.
Navigating mortgages can be very complex. Start your journey with the lending team at GNB Bank. We're committed to getting you to your next home. We offer both fixed rate and adjustable rate mortgages to fit your specific needs. Our experienced lenders help guide you through the process. You can make payments or receive customer service at your local GNB Bank office. Whatever your dream home looks like, we'll point you in the right direction at GNB Bank.
2, 3, and 4 for Collins Maxwell as they look for a important insurance run. It's 2-1 Spartans. As the leadoff hitter will be Haley Merriman.
Leading off for the Spartans, number 4, Haley Merriman.
So Merriman will stand in. She's 0 for 2. Bunted back to the pitcher and struck out. 1-0 count. Ladioff has struck out 3 in a row. Struck out the side in the 5th. The 1-0 pitch. Merriman shows bunt again. It's high. 2 balls, no strikes. Ladioff has not walked a batter here tonight. The 2-0. It's a little flare. That's going to get into right field for a base hit. A leadoff single for Merriman and a big hit.
Right up next for the Spartans, number 1, Jaden Peters.
Now, an interesting decision here for Collins Maxwell. Normally, you wouldn't think you would bunt Peters, but in a 2-1 game, she didn't have any sacrifices. Merriman is 15 of 16 on stolen bases. That's what they're going to do. Here's the throw down. It's late. And you don't need to bunt when you have good speed. As that last pitch, got a ball or a strike? I think he might have called it a strike. I'm not sure. Still haven't put anything on the scoreboard. Here's the pitch to Peters. It's popped up down the third base side and out of play. So the count, no balls, 2 strikes. I think it's an 0-2. Now it's 1-1. Thank you, umpire. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Break-even pitch is a flare into left, and it's going to be over the glove of Collins. Advancing to third base is Merriman. Peters is on first. That's her second kind of bloop single. And now Collins Maxwell with runners on first and third. And nobody out. And here's Kofeld. She's already got an RBI double. And just a freshman. Already delivered that RBI double. And now up there again with a big opportunity. The pitch. A strike as down to second base goes Michaela Peters. Defense indifference there. So no ball, 1 strike count. Runners on second and third. Collins Maxwell trying to cash in. Nobody out. Kofeld at the plate already has an RBI double. Here's the pitch. Inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Count even at 1-1. Big pitches here for Ladioff. The 1-1 pitch is driven in the air. Deep center field. Zoski back. She's out of room, and it's gone. A 3-run homer for Callahan Kofelt. And Collins Maxwell puts 3 big runs on the board. And it is 5-1. You knew off the bat she hit it well. And for Kofelt, that'll be her second home run of the season. And now up to 20 runs batted in as the freshman delivering big time in the 4th and now the 6th inning. She just missed a home run in that 4th inning, a long drive, and that one does get out of here to center, and it's 5-1. Bouncer towards third. It'll get to Collins at short. Long throw, and not in time. So an infield hit for Quarter. That is 4 straight hits for Collins Maxwell. And now here's Addie Kane. As Kane will stand in. So it's only the 6th inning. They have 7th up on the scoreboard, but is the bottom of the 6th. Looks like they found the home run ball. As Kane chose bunt, pulls it back, throw down to second. Not going to be in time. Stolen base for Quarter. No one count on Kane. No balls and a strike on Kane. Still nobody out. Take strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Kane has struck out swinging twice. She's behind at 0-2. Just missed off the outside corner. So 1-2 count on Kane. Here's the pitch. Fouled back. Just to the left of us. And the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. A 1-2 pitch. Kane bounces it to first. That'll get the runner over to third. Serena will take it to the bag. And 1 down. Here's Adriana Greiner.
Up next for the Spartans, number 7, Adriana Greiner.
Adriana with a single and a pop out to the catcher. Another insurance run down at third base with 1 out. And a swing and a miss at the rise ball. No balls and a strike. 1 count on Greiner. The 0-1 pitch. She's bunting, and it gets away, and the run is going to score. So Quarter will come in and score on the wild pitch. I'm not sure if she was committed to swing to that or not. The 4th run in the inning, it's 6-1. As Collins Maxwell pulling away from BCLUW. And it is an 0-2 count on Greiner. She pops it back and out of play, foul. No balls, 2 strikes. Leoff not allowed to run through the first 3 innings. Gave up 2 in the 4th, and here's a line drive base hit into left field. Second hit of the game for Greiner. She's 2 for 3. Everybody is hitting the ball hard in this 6th inning. That is 10 hits for Collins Maxwell off of Ladioff. And coming in, she had only allowed 28 hits. Pitch misses, and another stolen base. This time Griner. Ascarello takes a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner on second base. The 1-0 pitch. And that's in there for a strike. Count of 1 ball, 1 strike. A 1-1 count. Here's the break-even pitch, and it's bunted just above us. There's been foul balls all around us here tonight. There's one landed just below us. That one lands just above us. It's about the closest it's come. Maybe we should knock on some wood here. No balls there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And there goes the runner, and no throw. So interesting. Wedgwood didn't throw there. Collins Maxwell this inning. 1, 2, 3, 4 stolen bases. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. 9 strikeouts for Lottie-Hoff.
Up next to the Spartans, number 2, Kaylee Atwood.
And here's Kaylee Atwood with a runner on third. There's a score 6-1. Collins Maxwell. They've scored 4 runs in the inning. The 1-0 pitch popped up. Third base side now to play. 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1-1 count on Atwood. This ball is hammered to left, going back. It's off the fence. Jogging in to score is Griner. Atwood into second with an RBI double. Collins Maxwell just lighting up Lottie-Hoff in the 6th inning. Thought that one was going to get out of here, but it bangs off the fence. And now here's Erickson again.
In the run for Atwood, number 9.
There's Atwood with her second hit.
Up next to bat for the Spartans, number 3, Cypress Erickson.
That's 11 hits for Collins Maxwell off of Lottie-Hoff. They are just tattooing the ball in the 6th inning. Everything has been struck very hard. Another base. No, it's caught by Collins, and that'll be the 3rd out. Thought that was going to get over Collins' head, but she's able to make the catch. But a big inning for Collins Maxwell as they get 5 runs on 6 hits. No errors and 1 left on. The big hit. The 2nd home run of the year for Callahan Kofelt. A 3-run shot to center. Collins Maxwell up by 6. As we go to the 7th, this is Radio on the Go Sports.
You've got goals. You need a plan. Don't waste time or money. At Marshalltown Community College, you get the power to choose. Transfer to a 4-year university or step straight into a career in healthcare or trades. Small classes, caring faculty, real-world experience. Marshalltown Community College. Your future starts now.
A big 6th inning for Collins Maxwell as put them up 7-1. Now on the verge of a 14-5 record, 13-2 in the conference. It'll be just the South. So as we go into the seventh inning, it'll be 9-1-2 for BCLUW. I mean, if they could have got out of that sixth inning decently, 2-1, you would have thought maybe you have a chance in the seventh, but Collins Maxwell put on a show in that sixth inning with 5 runs, Kofeld's 3-run homer, Atwood an RBI double. That's everybody hitting. Here's a shot past the third baseman into left field. That'll be a base hit actually for the pinch hitter, Carolina White. So White hit there and singles.
White with the base hit brings up number 7, Layla Wedgwood.
And here's Wedgwood, 5th hit for BCLUW. And just think if it's a 2-1 game, now you have the tying run on, but it's now 7-1, so you need lots of base runners. Try and get the tying run to the plate. Grounder to third. Kofeld's got it, goes to first, and gets the out. She wanted to go to second there, but decided, might as well just take the out at first, which probably was a smart play. Even though she was kind of set up to throw to second and then throw to first, sometimes you can get yourself all mixed up and throw it away, but she did a good job of resetting and throwing a strike to first. Lottiehoff drives this one to left center field. That's going to get down. Cut off by Pasquarello. She'll get it back in quickly. Holding at third base is White. That'll be a single for Lottiehoff. And the 6th hit for BCLUW. Here's Braylee Gardner with 1 out. Runners on first and third. And Lottiehoff going to stay in to run. They had been running for her, but she's going to stay in this time. So 1 out, Gardner at the plate. Here's a long look into the dugout. And decide what to throw here. Gardner 0 for 3, a sac bunt, grounded to short and a strikeout. She's bunting, and the pitch hits the outside corner for a strike. That might have just been to get Lottiehoff down to second because a sacrifice bunt does not make a lot of sense, down 7-1 with 1 out. So no 1 count on Gardner, and she swings and misses at the changeup. No balls, 2 strikes. So the count 0-2. The 0-2 pitch, and it's a ground ball to short. Merriman will get the out. The runner will score. That'll be an RBI ground out for Gardner. 6-3 on the out at first. At the score at 7-2, and Collins Maxwell will gladly trade the run for an out. So 2 down. That'll bring in Willow Collins with the runner on third base. Collins has a couple of hits, an RBI single and another single. Collins Maxwell 1 out away. Bouncing ball to third. Kofeld's got it. Throw to first in time. And the Spartans defeat BCLUW 7-2. BCLUW gets 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and they leave 1 as Collins Maxwell gets it done as they defeat BCLUW 7-2. 7-2 is the final score. As Collins Maxwell, a big 6th inning, made this game look a little bit more lopsided than it was, as it was 2-1 all the way into that 6th inning. But then the Spartans capitalized with 5 runs and went up 7-1 and went on to win 7-2. As Collins Maxwell has clinched the Iowa Star South Conference title once again, as they are conference champions again. An impressive win here tonight against a really good pitcher in Lottiehoff. as we will step away, come back, and wrap it all up for you. Collins Maxwell gets the win, 7-2. This is Radio on the Go Sports.
For your commercial or agricultural projects, trust D&B Agrosystems of Hubbard. D&B Agrosystems is a turnkey operation for commercial and on-the-farm solutions. At D&B, they offer grain storage, handling, and dry systems for all sizes of operation. For more than 40 years, D&B has built a name of consistently delivering quality products and prompt, reliable service at competitive prices. For complete details on what D&B Agrosystems of Hubbard can do for your operation, visit dnbsystems.com.
Exchange State Bank in Collins, Ames, and Exira allows you to bank in person, by telephone, and online. Download the Exchange Bank app for your smartphone and enjoy total banking convenience. Exchange State Bank strives to provide you with the best banking experience possible from a friendly and experienced staff that is educated to meet your banking needs. That's Exchange State Bank in Collins, Ames, and Exira. Exchange State Bank, a full-service, locally owned community bank.
At Hardin County Savings Bank, we have school spirit. Mascots are full of school spirit, and they're helping us give back to local schools. With every HCSB debit card swipe, you're helping fund school events and activities. Register today for HCSB Cash for schools programs and join us in making a difference. At Hardin County Savings Bank, we have school spirit.
Collins Maxwell defeats BCLUW 7-2 as the Spartans improve to 14-5, 13-2 in conference play. They win the Iowa Star South title. BCLUW 8-9 and 8-5 in conference play as Collins Maxwell able to get the win 7-2, and it was really their offense. Especially late in the game, they were held without a hit for the first 2 innings. Then in the third inning, got a couple of hits from the bottom of the order. And the fourth inning was where things kind of opened up for Collins Maxwell. As after a kind of bloop single by Jaden Peters, Callahan Kofeld hit an RBI double to center. Then Bristol Quarter followed that with an RBI single. It was 2-1 Collins Maxwell. It stayed that way till the bottom of the 6th, and then they just exploded. 6 hits, 5 runs, a 3-run home run by Callahan Kofeld, the big hit in the inning, and she knocked in 4 runs tonight to lead Collins Maxwell past BCLUW 7-2. Offensively for the Comets, Willow Collins had a couple of hits, including an RBI single. Braylee Gardner had an RBI ground out. Eden Lottehoff had a single. Carolina White had a single. And Addie Zosky had a single. BCLUW held to just 6 hits. Jaden Peters goes all 7 innings, allowed 6 hits, 2 runs. She struck out 4, walked just 2. For BCLUW, Eden Lottehoff goes 6 innings, allows 11 hits, 7 runs. She struck out 9 and did not walk a batter. At times, it looked like this game was kind of where BCLUW wanted it. It was a low-scoring game, 2-1 going into that bottom of the 6th inning, but Lottehoff just could not get through the 6th without being hit really hard. It started with a Merriman single, then Peters' little bloop single, and then Kofeld, the 3-run homer to center field. And then Quarter followed that with another single. And Kane grounded out to first, which allowed Quarter to go to third after she stole second. She came in to score on a wild pitch. Then Griner singled, and then to cap it, Kaylee Atwood doubled off the fence to make it 7-1. They went on to win 7-2 as Collins Maxwell gets the win and clinches the Iowa Star South Conference title. Impressive offense here tonight for the Spartans. Next up for both these teams, Collins Maxwell will play. They'll play at GMG. That will be on Monday night at 5 o'clock, and BCLUW will host North Tama on Monday night at, they're going to play in the Bobcat Classic this weekend and they will play Marshalltown at 1 o'clock on Saturday. So that should be a fun matchup. Marshalltown and BCLUW on Saturday, as Marshalltown will host their Bobcat Classic. Of course, that's at the MCC softball fields right out there by the kind of where you get turned to go on Highway 30. So that should be fun on Saturday, as the Bobcat Classic involving Grundy Center and BCLUW on Saturday. But Collins Maxwell, impressive tonight, as they have 11 hits off Eden Lottehoff and score 7 runs, win it by the final of 7-2. 7-2 is our final score. As we wrap things up here from Collins, we do have a couple of games coming up for you here in just a little bit. Chuck Carpenter in Marshalltown as the Bobcat softball team taking on 4A number 3 Fort Dodge. That second game probably going to be starting any minute, as the first game was a 15-0 defeat for Marshalltown. And then Austin has South Hardin baseball for you coming up at 7 o'clock. You can listen to that on 92.9 or watch at KDAO.com. Final score, once again, Collins Maxwell defeats BCLUW 7-2. Want to thank all of our sponsors, the Hardin County Savings Bank, Colotel Fiber, GMB Bank, Marshalltown Community College, DNB Agro Systems, and Exchange State Bank. I'm Andy Jennings saying so long from the Spartan softball field. This is Radio on the Go Sports on KDAO.com.
Tonight's game was made possible by
Hardin County Savings Bank, Central Iowa Broadband, an affiliate of Colo Telephone, GNB Bank, Marshalltown Community College, D&B Agro Systems, Exchange State Bank. This has been a special sports presentation of KDAO.